Good morning, everyone. I am Ellen Jo Tagod, your next reporter for today's topic. What I am going to discuss today is a continuation of Mr. Saniko's report, particularly about endangered, extinct, and tragic experiences of some species. Now, let's start the discussion. Have you seen this animal? This animal is called American passenger pigeon, or also known for its scientific name, Ectopistis migratorius. 200 years ago, it only occupied the East North America, with a population of 3 to 5 billion birds. It was the most common bird in the world, and it is accounted as the fifth of all birds in North America. Around 1830, a man named John James Audubon saw an estimated 10-mile wide and hundreds of miles long single flock of birds. Oh, they're indeed quite large species. But how does this enormous abundance just got extinct after a few years? It is because of market hunting and destruction of environment that crashed the entire population in just about 20 years between 1870 and 1890. In 1900s, the last recorded wild bird was shot, and in 1914, the last living pigeon, a female called Martha, died at the Cincinnati Zoo. The next animal is this: the American bison or buffalo, also known for its scientific name, bison. American bisons were also hunted near extinction at the same time as the passenger pigeons. In 1850, there were about 60 million bison roamed to the west of the plains. Others were hunted for only hides for their tongues, leaving a million carcasses to rot. When I say buffalo hides, these are raw skin with fur still on it, so they sold this as rug, robe, or dross, and etc. The deaths of these bisons are caused by the U.S. Army as a source of Indian food, clothing, and shelter. So when I say Indians, these are not the Indians from India, but are the Native Americans or American Indian. After 40 years, only 150 wild bison were held captive, further 250. But don't worry, because today, the herd has risen to around 6 million animals, but many are crossbreeds with domestic cattle. The next one is the African bushmeat trade. It is probably the most destructive example of terrestrial wild animal being farmed today. According to wildlife biologists, African markets sell 1 million tons of bushmeat per year, including antelopes, lions, primates, and other animals. This also happens in New York, Paris, and other major cities. For Africans, this is the only animal source of protein for their diet. But what should be done in order to protect these animals from being killed? We need to help them find alternative livelihoods and replace sources of high-quality protein. However, aside from endangering these species, those who eat these animals can also be endangered. Who is familiar with Ebola virus? Yes, what you're thinking is right. Ebola virus outbreaks are suspected to originate from capturing and feeding of wild monkeys and other primates. Remember SARS? Or the severe acute respiratory syndrome? Yes, SARS is a result of an ending wild food trade in China and from Southeast Asia, where monkeys, snakes, tortoises, and other animals are eaten as a luxury food every year. How about this one? I know we're very familiar with this. It is suspected to come from the wild food trade in China, particularly from bats. But people, always remember that too much is bad. Let's protect our Mother Nature and our biodiversity. Thank you for listening.